Hey everyone, it's the Nutrition Tactician here. On this week's Nutrition Nugget, I'm going to convince you to eat more bland food during the tail end of your diet. Your inability to stick to your diet is the number one reason you're not losing weight. Think about it. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. However, this is mighty difficult to do when you have an influx of highly palatable foods at your fingertips. These tasty treats have a major impact on your ability to control portion sizes. Heck, think about it. There are people out there who spend their entire careers dedicated to trying to make a specific food taste better. Ultimately, if that food tastes better, you buy more of it and the company they work for makes a lot more money. In their eyes, they're winning. On your scale's eye, well, that number is going up, up, up. First, let's start with the definition. Palatability refers to a food's ability to evoke enjoyment or pleasure. Basically, it's deliciousness or great tasting food. And as I mentioned, a food's palatability has a powerful impact on your ability to control portion sizes. Heck, think about it. You'll drive across town for your favorite ice cream and pay top dollar for a bigger, more tasty piece of cheesecake. Don't worry though, you're not alone. Rats have been known to push through electric shock and frigid cold temperatures just to pursue a highly palatable pellet, despite having a normal chow pellet right next to them. Going one step further, I want you to think about the last time you had a massive dinner, yet you were able to make room for your favorite dessert. This is referred to as the dessert effect. The dessert effect describes your ability to suppress satiety cues in favor of a highly palatable food. Basically, you can continue eating and eating if you have food in front of you that you enjoy. Why does this occur? Well, that's because highly palatable food is dope. I'm talking about dopamine, or the chemical in your brain that is released in times of reward or pleasure. In fact, dopamine is the cause for drug addicts' high and addiction, and it turns out that dopamine release is very similar when you're eating a highly palatable food. So, when you eat a highly palatable food, you get this sense of euphoria, your brain and your taste buds, and it's enticing and keeps you wanting to come back for more and more. The problem? Most highly palatable foods aren't low in calories. They're highly palatable because they're high in calories. And this becomes a major obstacle to sticking to your diet, which is lower in calories, especially during the last few weeks of your dieting efforts. Fortunately, there's a solution. Become a worse cook. For many of you, you don't need to change a thing. But for some of us, we actually have to put our culinary skills on the back burner. I digress. There's extensive research actually comparing the impact of highly palatable food and less palatable food and that impact on appetite and portion control. In fact, one study paid 500 subjects to record all of their food for a week and to rate each meal on a scale of 1 to 10 in palatability, 10 being peanut butter and 1 being raw broccoli. You get the drift. And what researchers found after analyzing these food logs was that those meals that were rated higher in palatability were, on average, 44% higher in calories. Mind-blowing? No! Of course you're gonna eat more of a food that tastes good. Duh! But it goes back to show you, if you eat more bland food, you may eat less, which is key when finishing up your diet. Another study that I personally enjoy, though I will admit up front, very small study, I think it was 8 or 9 participants. Anywho, they stuck these participants in a room and they monitored their food intake and were allowing them to eat freely. The catch? They could only eat a bland liquid. Actually, no, they didn't eat that bland liquid, they had to drink it through a straw. But what researchers observed was phenomenal. The obese subjects lost significant amounts of weight. But even more, they didn't report feeling hungry. And what I hypothesize is that rather than having food as a thrive mindset, like, ooh, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat that because it's delicious and makes me feel good, they essentially switched to a survive mindset, and we're only eating as necessary to survive. It took the mental relationship with psychological relationship with food out of the equation, which can be very beneficial during the tail end of a diet when hunger and cravings are at their highest. Quick side note, one participant in the study was reported to have lost 200 pounds in 200 days. Now that is whack. I'm not advocating for bland food 24/7 throughout the year, specifically just for the last few weeks of your diet. And if you're doing yourself a favor and following me on social media, you'll know I enjoy delicious, tasty treats as often as possible. Now, here are a few strategies that you can implement when trying to finish your diet strong. Number one, choose bland foods. Think raw vegetables, plain oats, plain egg whites, tilapia, plain chicken breast. These foods are bland, and although they provide a burst of nutrients, what they provide in nutrients, you and I will both agree they lack in flavor on their own. Number two, hold off on the seasoning and spice concoctions. Stick with salt because it's essential, but your homemade marinades and spice combinations, let's leave those until after you finish the diet. Number three, simply try eating the same food multiple times during the week and even multiple times during the day. Yes, chicken and broccoli at lunch and at afternoon snack. Boring, yet effective. Extensive research exists that shows a high variety of the diet encourages higher intake of calories. Well, that goes against everything I've been saying, man. Come on, don't do that. Keep it boring, keep it plain, keep it repetitive, and you will find that that mental or psychological component of hunger, it starts to drift into the background and out of the picture, and you don't have those intense cravings anymore. Thus, you're able to finish your diet strong. So there you have it. There is a place to eat bland food to better yourself and to make better progress during a diet. Guys, do yourself a favor. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Visit the new nutritiontactician.com. Check it out. It's awesome. Updated constantly. I've got a blog. I've got videos, content coming at you full force. Make sure you get your free ebook, Eat More Protein to Lose More Weight, and be sure to follow me on social media. And if you have an idea that you want to see a nutrition nugget on, let me know. I'd be happy to do it, and I'll even shout you out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.